What's going on, everyone? Today we're checking out the 8 most underrated figures that I have in my collection. And these aren't particularly older or newer figures, they're just figures that I was looking on my shelf and I was like, yeah, these figures aren't getting the recognition they deserve. So, I'm going to talk about them. And that first figure we're going to be talking about is Generations Scoop. This figure is one of my oldest figures in my collection that I've had for the longest. He is broken in a few places. He's missing a few of his little thingies here, and part of his heels have snapped. And part of this whole, I guess, wheel well area or fender snapped off, but he's still good. He's still fantastic. His other Target Master is actually on the shelves, so I only have this one. He came with all that at the deluxe class price point, everyone, with a comic for like 15 bucks. And now we're getting figures like for 25 that don't come with any or I guess they come with accessories, but like still not that good. Yeah. Next up is Generations Warpath. I was actually messing with my Kingdom Warpath today, and he's been transformed right now, and I was like, yeah, this figure's fantastic. And I was looking over and I was looking at my first ever Warpath. And again, I've had this thing for so long, it actually broke, and I did a metal pin replacement on him because the mushroom peg snapped off. So we did a metal pin replacement, and now he's as good as new. In fact, now I have a lot more confidence in this thing not breaking. So you can see in there, you can see the metal, and he articulates just fine. He can swivel, he can do everything. And this figure is fantastic. The transformation on this is, okay, it still likes to pop off. The transformation's almost as fun as the Kingdoms. I really enjoy the Kingdoms transformation. But this one is very simplistic and easy, and he has all these fun gimmicks, and he's just fantastic. I don't know where the missile is, but it's fine, because he's still an absolute banger. Next up is actually a more recent one that I think nobody's talking about enough, and that's Kingdom Optimus Primal. He's pretty easy to find. He's not difficult at all. I see him going for like 30 bucks on eBay. And he's worth the Voyager price point. He does so much, and I think this is one of the cases where a smaller figure, like I said, here's a deluxe. He's slightly taller than a deluxe, but where he's worth being I just think he's worth being a smaller Voyager because he's hefty, he has the parts count, he has 2 really cool swords, he has the push-out wrist blasters, which are freaking sick. Like, look at that. How many figures do you know that have wrist blasters coming out of them? And articulated fingers. He's got a jetpack, cannons. He's got the whole 9 yards. And I just love this thing so much. So if you find one for a good price, definitely go find one. And he's just one of the best Optimus Primals we've gotten. It's another Generations figure. It is Skybite. His colors aren't as vibrant on camera, but I promise they are super duper vibrant when you get him in hand. He has so many fun little gimmicks. His firing missile that I just shot at the camera, but the transformation on this blows me away every single time. It's so clever and so much fun. You just have to be careful because I know this figure is prone to breaking. I forget whose it was, but they said one of the wings or this part just sheared off. So just be careful. If he's on your shelf just hanging out, then you'll be fine, and he looks fantastic doing it. Would I like a legacy update? Absolutely. And I think that one looks super cool, but it's going to be really hard to beat with all the awesome stuff this guy does. I've mentioned this a lot of times, but Generation Sky Shadow is so underrated. Not enough people own this figure. Because he does everything right for a deluxe class and for a jet former. That is deluxe class. And the colors pop. The articulation's pretty solid. The transformation, fun. Weapons, good. I only have one of the missiles, but for equality's sake, we have none. So, yeah, he just, everything on this guy looks fantastic. There's so much playability you can do with this figure. You can have these like this. You can have them out. You can take this and have like an alternate robot mode. The sky's the limit with this figure. And I think he just brings so much to the table that I feel like modern figures, such as Legacy Needlenose, probably should have taken some notes from this guy. Seen in a while, this is Transformers Prime Rumble. Again, the colors will definitely pop more. It's just because where I am, the lighting's not the best where I am. Just my monitor screen that's giving me all the light right now. And he's just so much fun. I got this guy for $5 at TFCon, so it was super cool because I used to own this figure and then I sold it trying to get this huge Bruticus behind me, which is right there. And I sold it with a few other Transformers Prime figures stupidly for like $30. Terrible idea. But I finally have it back. And now I'm just so happy because he's fantastic. And I've been trying to get my Transformers Prime collection back to what it was, because it actually was pretty darn good. So I'm trying to get that collection back up. And I'm a huge Transformers Prime fan. Like, I love that show. And this Rumble, yeah, this is Rumble. Like, this looks such a cool take for a character that normally just is associated with Soundwave. But the concept of this character is just fantastic. And honestly, Legacy update is not needed with this guy. He does everything right. And he's actually pretty much flawless in my eyes. And then second to last, we have the Fall of Cybertron Shockwave. Can Gamer Edition top this? I don't know. I genuinely don't know if they can top this. It's such a cool little guy. I can transform this on camera right now because it's so quick. And I actually want to show you the vehicle mode and everything that this guy does, because his articulation may not be the best, but the transformation is something I haven't done in a very long time. And this is the vehicle mode. I don't have the little thing that goes on the front, but you don't need it. It's that cool. And it's normally Cybertronian modes are kind of nothing, but this is such a cool interpretation of a Shockwave, and I really enjoy this thing. Like, I genuinely love this figure, and I feel like you guys should really pick this one up. Finally, a figure that I was not expecting to be on this list was this. I'm not going to talk about this figure for too long because it's not a Hasbro figure. This is the Transcraft Mohican, aka Mohawk. This guy is twice the price of the Studio Series. Fine, it's like 20-something bucks on AliExpress if you get it there. But he's also 10 times as good. I don't own the core class, so maybe the core class is great. But I know he's not beating this. The articulation and the posability and the transformation on this is unmatched. Look at this. He has an ab crunch, ankle pivot, toe up, toe down. He's got forwards and backwards butterfly on 2 hinges. He's got shoulder shrugs, expression, opening mouth. This is honestly the most articulated figure in my collection. And I got it for 20 bucks. Please buy this. That's all I gotta say. Please buy this. But which one was your favorite? Was it Skybite? Was it Optimus Primal? Let me know down in the comments. And if you watched this point, thank you so much. Thank you for helping me reach my watch hour goal. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.